Hello students. Now let's see the program. Write user defined functions to implement string operations like string compare, string concatenate and find the string length. We have to use the parameter passing techniques. First let's see how to write a function to find the length of a string. So we have written a void find length. The return type is void because we are not returning anything from this function. We have made this as void and we are passing the character array str. So this notation, that is the square bracket, indicates this is a array. It is a character array. We are passing this from main and we have a local variable length and we have initialized that to 0. So int len equal to 0. Now the logic is very simple. We have a while loop. We will run the while loop till the entire length of the string. We know the string will be null terminated. So till we see the null character, we are going to run this while loop. So within the while loop, we are just incrementing the index, that is len index. While string of length not equal to null, len plus plus. That is the only statement we have in this. Now once we come out of the while loop, it means we have seen a null character. So we are just going to printf length equal to %d/n len. So this function is used to find the length of the string. Now void compare strings. So given two strings, we are going to compare. For that we are going to check the two strings character by character. If the two characters are same, then we will increment the index. Anytime the indices are not equal, we will come out and print a message that the strings are not equal. We are not going to check for the ASCII character here. We will just see whether the strings are equal. One more thing is, say one string is BMS, other string is BMS IT. So the first three characters are equal. We will check for the string length also. So the second string is having string length of 5. So it means that the two strings are not equal. Now coming to the logic, void compare strings. Here we have a index I equal to 0. So there are two strings str1 and str2 which are passed from the main program. While str1 of I not equal to null and str2 of I not equal to null. So while both the strings have not ended, we are going to enter the body of the while loop. If string 1 of I not equal to string 2 of I, any time the two indices are not equal, we will just say comparison result, the strings are not equal, and we will return from this function. Then if not, then when the if condition fails, by default we are going to increment the index I. So if we successfully complete the while loop, it means this loop, that is the inequality is not met. So when we successfully complete the loop, we will come and check whether both the strings have ended. That is, if string 1 of I not equal to null and string 2 of I equal to null, it means both the strings have ended. If both the strings have ended, then we will print a message strings are equal. Else, this is the next case. One string has ended, the other string hasn't ended, but both the strings had the few characters same. In that case, this else part will be executed. Else, the comparison result would be strings are not equal. Now let's see how to write the function to concatenate the two strings. So void concatenate strings. Even here we are not returning any value. So that's why we are going to make this as void. We are passing two strings, character array string 1 and character array string 2. So we are passing two strings here. We have two local variables which we are going to maintain as indices for string 1 and string 2. So integer I equals 0, j equals 0. We have declared as well as we have initialized. Now, first the logic would be like this. We will read the first string till the end of it. Then we will append the second string to the end of the first string. That would be your string concatenation. So the first string we will have to read and we will have to go till the null character. For that we have a while loop. While string 1 of I not equal to null. So as long as string 1 has not encountered a null character, we will just increment the index I++. So when this while loop ends, it means we have encountered a null character. At that time, we will come out of the while loop, we will start the second while loop. Again, while string 2 of j, now j index is for the second string, I index is for the first string. So while string 2 of j not equal to null, we are copying string 2 of j to string 1 of I. We will increment both the indices I++, j++. This happens the second while loop. This runs as long as the second string has not ended. Once the second while loop ends, it means we have come to the end of the second string. So manually we will have to add the null character at the last index. So string 1 of I, this would be equal to null. We are going to add null at this. Now the concatenated string is after null terminating the string, we can output the string. So the concatenated string is string 1. Now come to the main. Yes, in main program, we are going to declare two strings, that is character arrays. Character string 1 of, you can say some 50 or 100 whatever, string 2 of 50. You have a message, enter first string. So as I said, if we use scanf %ls, we cannot include white spaces or blanks. So the first string or the second string cannot have blanks. So enter the first string, scanf %ls, string 1. Enter the second string, scanf %ls, string 2. Now we have inputted two strings. Now we will have to call the functions. So let's invoke the first function, compare strings. Compare strings of string 1 and string 2. So we are passing string 1 comma string 2 as the parameters to the calling function. Now the control goes there. Then next is printf length of the first string. For this we are invoking the function find length of string 1. After that we are importing, that is we are invoking length of the second string, find length. So length of the first string is find length of string 1, length of the second string is find length of string 2. Then we are invoking concatenate strings, string 1 comma string 2. We are outputting the results then and there. If at all we had to do the computation there, come back and then display the results in the function, then we would have wanted the return values. Since we are outputting in the same function, we are not returning anything. That's the reason we are just invoking. We are not storing the return value in any of the function calls in these functions. That also can be done, but in this logic we are not storing the return values. So after that we have a return 0. So this is about string operations. Thank you.